Dr. Jaffe, is there reliable science to suggest that ingesting hydrogen-rich water can act as an effective antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent in the human body?
No, thanks for asking the question about hydrogen water. I'm going to tell you my understanding and then give you my interpretation or conclusion. And I believe that this is accurate, not opinion, but accurate. You can, in a machine, create hydrogen gas. And in the laboratory, hydrogen gas is a powerful reducing substance, but it turns out in your body it's not. Remember that hydrogen is a powerful reducing substance in the test tube, in vitro, but not in vivo. And we're interested in vivo. I mean, I'm a biochemist, so I'm interested in vitro test tube stuff too. But hydrogen gas, if you put it in water, if you bubble it through water, if you saturate the water with the hydrogen gas, it's a gas. It will go off into the atmosphere very quickly. So what I hear is that people say you make hydrogen water, you might put it in your refrigerator or put it on the counter, and that's the water you drink. Well, the good news is you're getting water, you're hydrating. I guess the other good news is you think you're doing something for yourself, and just thinking you're doing the right stuff actually has benefit. But in a physiologic sense, in a biochemical sense, the only, notice I said only, the only physiologic antioxidants start with ascorbate, the maternal antioxidant that sacrifices herself that all others can be regenerated. And at no place in physiology do you find hydrogen as a protective, helpful, or reducing molecule. So the fact that something is true in the laboratory or the test tube does not mean it's true in people. And the fact that you can make hydrogen water, which you can, does not make it anything other than a rather expensive placebo. And I'm a big fan of the human healing response, too often called the placebo effect. But I'm also a big fan of following physiology and not trying to control, manipulate, or externally modulate biological processes, like reduction and oxidation. It's really important, but you want to follow nature, nurture, and wholeness. You want to use the C cleanse to find out how much oxidative burden you have, because you can reduce the oxidative burden by a bunch, often 80% or so in most people, while at the same time increasing your capacity to repair and renew using ascorbate and the family of antioxidant molecules, starting with tocopherol and selenomethionine in the membrane, including ascorbate as this central shuttling transfer agent. And then you get to glutathione, and then you get to FAD and NAD, and then you get to the battery called the mitochondria, which is really where the energetic action is. But the battery depends on the cell being alkaline and having enough magnesium and choline citrate. And if the cell runs down in magnesium and therefore in buffering and becomes on the acidic side, and by the way, if you're below neutral, you're really deathly ill. And as an intern in medicine, I actually saved 2 people who had a pH below 7, and that made me a brief hero in the Boston medical environment. So if you're on the acid side, which means you lack magnesium, then you need to check your morning urine pH and take the magnesium choline citrate based on that to recharge, rehabilitate, restore the capacity of your mitochondria to produce energy, of your ATP to work, because you need a magnesium molecule for every ATP molecule for the ATP to give you energy. And so we now know that physiology gives us many opportunities that technology ignores. So let's follow nature, nurture, and wholeness. Let's learn about ourselves, our nature, live in harmony with our nature in ways that evoke our repair and healing, rather than ignore our body until it breaks down and then treats it like a machine.
Great, thank you.